Good morning, everyone. How are you doing today? As always, thank you for shopping with me. And get that out of the way. Actually, I'll leave it there for a second until the computer catches up with me and we will get going. How's your week been? How's your weather? If you're out there, say hi. Our weather's been pretty nice. It's cooled down, although the other day we did have almost 90 degrees. Just a little hot for the Northwest, but we managed. Hope you all had a great week. All righty, there we are. Good and good. Okay, so thank you again for shopping with me. I'm going to be using this Long Time No See stamp set. It's clear, which lends to this technique, or photopolymer. You could do it with the cling stamps, but you wouldn't be able to do it with this particular one, but other cling stamps. And I do have another sample to show you that I did use a cling stamp, and it worked as well. Okay, so what are we talking about? We're talking about you have an image going one way and you want it to go the other way. You may have seen this before, but I just came across somebody that had a great tip, so I thought I would share it with you. If you're interested in the Long Time No See, which also has Happy Birthday and Merry Christmas, can't go wrong with that, the item number is 166189. I'm using Memento Black ink, and most importantly, I've got my little silicone mat. This is for adhesive. So if you've got something really thin, you can put adhesive on. Even if it goes over the lines, it sticks to here and not to your paper, or whatever you're working, your surface that you're working with. Okay, all right. And I should have that item number for you. If you're interested, let me know. Just put in mat and it should come up. And I can put that. Wow, my words are hard today. I will put the number on the video, okay? Or in the video. I'll put it somewhere where you can find it. And if not, reach out to me and I'll help you. All right, so what are we going to do? We are going to use the mat, silicone mat, as our stamping to reverse the puppy dog, okay? All right, so we need to ink up our puppy dog. Okay, and we need to put it onto our mat. Okay, now I have lined up my mat pretty well, so that way I can line up my paper alongside of it as well. I only want to go so far in. I'll put it down and I'm going to rub like crazy. Transfer that ink. Don't touch that ink, it's still wet. Okay? And then you just want to lift it off. And there's puppy dog number 1. We just need to wash this off. And with your glue as well, you can just run this to the sink or ball it up and it'll come off. So, good to go. Might need my scratch paper. So then we'll put this back lined up. Make sure I'm on focus, yes. And we'll ink up our puppy dog again. And now all we have to do is get my head in the way, probably. And I am going to put this onto there, about even. My other one I did better. It's stamping, right? And it's on camera. And I'm not directly over it, so that's my excuse and I'm sticking with it. All right. So now you could notice that this one is obviously a little lighter, right? I know, right? So if you're worried about that, the only thing I did is I took my Stampin' Right marker with the fine tip, not the brush tip. And I just went over the puppy dog's nose because I figured once it gets colored in, that's the only part I'm really going to need to be a little darker. See, that already looks a little better, right? Imagine that that is lined up. Then for the markers, I wanted to just show you what I used. Oh, and one more thing. I have this little Sharpie pen that's really fine. So if you find you missed a line and you want to go over it a little bit more to make it a little darker, if you're very careful, you can do that, okay? Not necessary, but if you are one of those kind of people like me. So for the puppy dog, I use these following colors: the dark soft sea foam blending brush, the light granny apple, those were for his sweater, and then I used the bronze for highlights on the puppy dog, excuse me, and light crumb cake to color him in with, okay? Put those there. So you can take a screenshot if you want, and the right and row, or stamp and write. Remember that these sets will be going out, and there is a new journaling pen, so that would probably work for these two. All right. So now I want to show you what I did. So here is my puppy dog. I used the stamp I told you about, and for the hearts and the happy birthday, or no, not for the happy birthday. Happy birthday is in this one. And this one I used, where is it? This heart to put here and here. And then there's a 3 heart that I did here. And I stamped it all in the soft seafoam. And then one at the bottom, the bigger one here, I stamped in granny apple, or inked it up. So I inked it all the way in soft seafoam. Then I went back to the ink pad of granny apple and just hit that one. Then I stamped it all together. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. All right. And then I put a strip of the soft seafoam and a strip of the garden, or the granny apple green. And I actually wanted these to be reversed now that I'm looking at it, but it's fine. And then the gems I used are from the yearly catalog, which is the shades of green hexagons. And there's the different sizes. There's also the darker colors down there. And this item number, in case you're interested, is 165233. And if you want the jar, sweet jar, which has a punch and has a Christmas sweet jar set as well, gotta have them, it's 165501. Okay, so there's that one. The other one I wanted to show you, I did use a cling stamp, so that's card number 1. And I thought, how would this look if we did this one? So I did it the same way, with one exception. Let's see if it's on my messy pad. I drew a line around my cardstock because I knew I wanted these grasses to be down here. And another thing I want to mention is that you kind of want to use darker colors, because you're going to get a lighter image here. You want to make sure you use a darker color rather than a lighter color. And that'll make more sense here in a second. So just imagine that this was here. That way I knew, because you can see through. Hopefully you can see that line. Let me see if you can. Just waiting for the camera to catch up. Okay. I don't know why it's so far behind. It should be right on time. You can't see too much. But when it's closer to you, you can see that line to stamp. That way you know where to put this grass, okay? And here is my second card. And I also went around and just sponged a little bit. And if you see, these grasses are kind of going that way and these grasses are kind of leaning that way. So it does give you a little bit of that motion, if you will. And this is the prairie grass stamp, and it is a cling. So I was able to do that by giving myself a little grid line with my scratch paper and my mat. Okay? So go and see what you have out there that you would like to reverse. And if you don't have this one, hold on, let me get you the number for that if I can quickly. I'm going to pull out the annual catalog, and I believe that it is silicone matte. Let's Let's see, cardstock, embossing folders, tools. That's not it. Of course, it's not listed on the tool page that I'd like it to be listed on. Let's see. That's the piercing mat. That's a different one. All right, I'll have to look it up online. Let's see if it's in here. Stamp sets, tools, scoring, decorative mask. Adhesive dyes, ink color, embossing paper, punches, stamp sets, kits, tools for coloring, cutting and scoring. You would think it would be on here, but it's not. All right, so I'll have to get you that one and put it on. So, as I always do, which is your favorite? Do you like this one or this one? Card number 1 or card number 2? So, I would love to see what you do. Hi, Debbie. Thanks for watching. I'd love to see what you do and add it to the comments. Now, this is a live Facebook that I will upload to YouTube. So you can go either place to add yours. So thank you very much, and see you next week.